Pop Culture Minefield is brought to you by the Bottom of My House Foundation, and in part, by Gary's Backdoor.
Is your personality chip turned on?
Is it yours?
No.
Sucks to be you.
You know, that's out of context. What were they talking about? Like, is your personality chip turned on? It's yours? What do you mean turned on? So that was part of a conversation I had with Anima today. Like, was he like, Data? Penis and all? Just in case if the homeowner wants to fool around with the machine? A walking vibrator?
I don't think he was, because he doesn't get fleshy parts till way later in the movie. So he probably had them
it could be packed away behind it. It could, like, all of a sudden, the thing opens up and a little protrusion pops out.
No, that's just you for being a pervert.
I have never wondered if Data has a pecker or not.
He does.
Yeah, but it came up when I said something today, and you said, I've never thought about it. And I'm like, there you go. Now you've thought about it. You can thank me. You can thank me now.
For what? He doesn't need one. He has zero use.
Number one is established when his mother is recalling that he, in the colony that in which he was assembled, colonists weren't comfortable with the fact that
this is symbol number 5.
Thank you. And he fucked the security officer. How was it named? Tasha Yar.
Yeah.
Tasha Yar. He banged the hell out of her.
Yeah.
When they got infected with that microbe. And it was a new version of it. Because what Star Trek Next Gen did is they did a few episodes that echoed stuff that happened in the original series. And I thought that was kind of nice. And I don't know. I mean, even yesterday's Enterprise is kind of a nod to the time travel episodes of classic Trek. But yes, Slasher Fred, there are definitely connections to that. And so what we're going to do is I want to get into this story, where it came from, because a lot of people have no idea that this story is actually from the Robot series by Isaac Asimov. And Isaac Asimov is, well, let's get into this. So Asimov was a prolific science fiction author
and pervert.
I grew up on. I don't know. I don't believe everything. They said the same thing about Arthur C. Clarke. There's no proof, or anybody that came forward with any proof.
No.
Asimov was born.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. Asimov was born January 2nd of 1920, and he died April 6th of 1992. Was a famous author and Boston University biochemistry professor, best known for his massive contributions to science fiction and science education. You can read a full overview of his life just by going over to Wikipedia. Wikipedia, as for all the shit that we all give it, it really does have a crap load of good information. My problem is the people that edit there tend to be politically biased, and I don't like that. But anyway, he was born in Petrovichi, Russia, and he moved with his family to Brooklyn when he was an infant, and he taught himself to read by age 5 and graduated from high school early, entering Columbia University at the age of 15. He earned a bachelor's degree in 1939 and later a PhD in chemistry in 1948 from Columbia, making him an actual scientist, unlike, that guy that did the TV show, Mr. Science, or whatever his fucking name is. Bill Nye, the science guy. So he spent his time teaching. He joined the faculty of Boston University School of Medicine as a biochemistry professor in 1949 after the war. Famous for writing a lot of books. He wrote over 500 during his career, which include the Foundation series, the robot stories collected in I, Robot. And a lot of people confuse the book I, Robot and the collection I, Robot by Asimov. Asimov, though, is the one who created the 3 laws. He created the laws of robotics that shape modern robot science fiction. And really, it impacts the real world of robotics as we start moving closer and closer to mobile AI, robots with AI. And he's considered to be one of the big 3. And the big 3 means Arthur C. Clarke, Robert Heinlein, and himself. And they were pretty much all the science fiction I read. I did read, Bradbury, but Bradbury wasn't an intellectual science guy. He wrote science fiction that was more pulpy, like the Mars series. And basically, he was just a good storyteller and really good at moral stories or morality plays, where these guys were hard science guys, Heinlein, Clarke, and Asimov. They were actual scientists. Later years in his life, he suffered a heart attack in 1977, the year after he published the Bicentennial Man. And he underwent a triple bypass in 1983. He died in New York City on April 6, 1992, from heart and kidney failure related to an HIV infection contracted from a blood transfusion during his surgery in 1983, which was happened way more than it should have. It's horrifying. So what inspired him to write this story, The Bicentennial Man, was a request from a young female writer, Naomi Gordon, in 1975. And she wanted him to contribute a planned anthology celebrating the upcoming bicentennial for the United States, which I thought was really neat. So in 1976, he released the book Bicentennial Man. And it's not really a book. It's a short story, a novella. And but he did do it. And it had Naomi Gordon propose the collection of stories built around the phrase Bicentennial Man. Choosing the content as part of the robot series of books that he wrote. In fact, if there's anybody who wrote prolifically about robots, it was Isaac Asimov. The only other person who came close was Arthur C. Clarke, because he created and wrote a series of books that revolve around AI, and that's HAL 9000 first. Asimov decided that to fit the theme, the story needed a 200-year span, leading him to choose either a human with an elongated lifespan or a sentient robot. Now, while the original multi-author anthology project eventually fell through because other writers failed to deliver their fucking pieces, Asimov had already completed his story, and he just added it to his collection of robot stories. The core themes of the books were Asimov, and this story in particular, Asimov wanted to explore what truly makes an artificial intelligent human, blending his fascination with the 3 laws of robotics and the philosophical evolution of a machine. And the narrative hinges itself on the idea that true humanity requires embracing mortality rather than living forever as an immortal machine, which they keep in the film. And I got to tell you, as you'll see when if you've seen the film, it really holds on to at least the themes and the essence of what Asimov wrote, although they create different characters in it. Now, I do want to get into the 3 laws of robotics, which are a set of ethical rules created by science fiction author Isaac Asimov. The first law, no harm to humans. Second law, obedience. And the third law, self-preservation. The rules read as this: a robot must not harm a human or allow a human to come to harm through inaction. The second law, a robot must obey human orders unless they conflict with the first law. And the third law is a robot must protect its own existence provided this does not violate the first or second law. And it's like, that's logic. It's pure fucking logic. But he did come up with one that he called the Zeroth Law. And this law is like a precursor to the other laws. And in that one, he created this, which states a robot may not harm humanity or allow humanity to come to harm through inaction. The law takes precedence over all other laws. There you go. What do you guys think of those three laws?
They should have done a fourth. Don't adapt my stories into a film with Will Smith.
And the argument is to be made that actually his story was based more off of the other story by a different author than off of Asimov's work. But it still borrowed the laws. The laws are in there. So so the book itself, The Bicentennial Man, or novella, is his original award-winning short story, while later The Positronic Man is a 1992 full-length novel expansion of that same story, which was co-authored by Asimov himself with Robert Silverberg. I will tell you that all Silverberg did is he took what Asimov wrote and he expanded on it. And that's all he did, expanding on the universe, some of the characters and their story arcs. Both stories share the same core plot of a robot named Andrew Martin who wants to be human, but they differ in format, depth, and pacing. The narrative style, Bicentennial Man, praised by many fans on platforms like Storygraph. And by the way, you can get all the information of what I'm talking about from Storygraph, from Wikipedia, as well as from the official Isaac Asimov website. The storytelling is clean, elegant, it's impactful in its pacing and builds emotional resonance effectively. And that's something that, good science fiction authors should be able to do. So often you get so caught up in the technology. This is a problem that Tom Clancy had, because his characters were not really very well defined sometimes, which is why a lot of us believe that he had a ghost author he worked with who specifically focused on the character development to help him with the character development. But nobody's ever come forward saying it, but there are those of us that believe he did, because some of the writing he wrote later had more personality to it than the earlier works like Hunt for Red October. Anyway, so what?
Oh, there's also a really interesting story with Isaac Asimov, because they wanted to do iRobot before. So he managed to get them to get Harlan Ellison. And you can imagine how well that went for, especially because the studio head didn't even read the fucking script. And he eventually realized a couple months in after taking meetings, so what about this scene in this movie? You're like, oh, yeah, it was great.
I know the story you're talking about. And it was by this conversation he realized that guy had never read it. He had no idea what he was talking about. That's funny. But yeah, I've always liked his writing, but goddamn, he was a dickhole. I swear to God.
Well, he's dead, so you have the writing and he can no longer be a dick. So everyone wins.
He's always one of those people that a lot of people wanted to meet, and he's on those small lists of people I never want to meet. Like Ridley Scott knows who I am, at least he used to. I never wanted to meet him. I never wanted to talk to him because I have too much of a problem with some of the shit he does. I try to avoid interviewing people or meeting people that I know that I admire, but I don't want to fucking deal with them because I don't like their shit, and I know that I'm going to get them angry if I say the truth or speak the truth. So anyway, getting to the Positronic Man, it was criticized by some for making the first half feel way too slow. It's a slow burn read, and it's got additional extra details that provide more fleshed out view of Andrew's legal and technological progression through society, which is what you see more in the movie Bicentennial Man. Because a lot of the world building in Positronic Man is what's in Bicentennial Man, the movie. Now, the 1999 film itself, starring Robin Williams, draws inspiration from elements of both stories, the short story and the longer expanded one by Silverberg. So there you go. The connection between Bicentennial Man, the Positronic Man, and iRobot is that they all share Isaac Asimov's fictional universe of robot stories governed by the 3 laws of robotics, and Dr. Susan Calvin appears as a historical figure linking all of them together. He is also connected to another story series called Foundation. Just so they're all in the same universe. And that's one thing that he made clear. All of his books were in the same universe. So there comes the shared universe lore, because author and core rules, all of these works spring from Isaac Asimov's mind and rely on the concept of the positronic brain, which of course they use in Star Trek, The Next Generation. The positronic brain is something that he had theorized would be the most effective means for a robot to not only be fed first information and set up on this programming, but to be able to learn and evolve. So, and in doing so, he realized I need to create these rules, which he created the 3 laws and then eventually the 4th. Susan Calvin connection is Asimov's original short story in The Bicentennial Man, which was published again in 1976. The timeline references Dr. Susan Calvin, the legendary robo-psychologist who serves as man's unifying character in the short story collection I, Robot. She is looked back upon as a historical pioneer by the era of the robot, Andrew Martin. So there you go.
Robo-psychiatrist, wow.
Yes, I know. That's the thing with the
there.
positronic brain is the positronic brain functions more like a human brain than some of the other theories that science fiction authors like Clarke and Asimov and Heinlein could think of. And positronics seemed to be the logical way to go.
Yeah, well,
So
thinking is one of those things that we don't entirely know what is, at least in the being able to replicate is. We know, you have a thought in your head, but how does that work? We're still figuring out. We don't even know a lot about how our own brains work, which is crazy
And
given how much researched.
And people don't know why AI is such a threat. And I just tell them to look up the name Terminator, and you will understand better why we should fear AI. Because AI is fine when it's controlled, but how do you control it? How do you always maintain that control? And that's the fear. Like, how do you control it? So,
well, it's also this shit doesn't work. I mean, I can rant on forever about like.
Yeah, and by the way, the AI that you see that we use like on what is it called, Grok and all that shit, that is not actual real AI. That is, they're using something similar to it because it can learn. It does learn, but it's not intelligent. It can't really have solid conversations with other people. That's all fake, and you can't trust it. You can't trust it. That's why that the guy that designed that, the person that was talked into killing themselves by AI. You guys know that story, right? True story.
Nope.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Look it up.
He talked himself into it basically, because the way those
The
chat
AI
programs
bot
work.
Yes, it echoes whatever your sentiment is. And so he's talking to this chat GPT bot, and it's telling him, it's reading what he's saying and interpolating it back to him as guiding him and pushing him to kill himself.
That is horrifying.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's tons of super things. There are bosses who get into him because the chat's telling you what you want to hear. They suddenly have these insane ideas of how to run their company. And then they get into a meeting, and when they're talking to their engineers, the engineers are talking about how that's a bad idea. That's like, and then instead of going, I was wrong, he tells his engineers to explain it to the AI so it can make the decision.
All right, we derailed a little bit here. I'll bring us back. But yeah, I totally agree with you. I want to get back to the connections. So Bicentennial Man connects directly to Foundation series because it takes place in Asimov's shared fictional universe, serving as part of the chronological precursor that charts the evolution of humanity, positronic robotics, and society millennia before the Galactic Empire in Harry Seldon's time. Or is it Hari Seldon? I don't know how to pronounce that name.
It's Harry Seldon.
HRI. It is Harry. Okay. So the robot series links to the story, and it exists in the same continuity as Asimov's robot novels. That includes books like The Chaos of Steel and Robots of Dawn. And it's referencing historical figures like robot psychologist Susan Calvin, who is the connective link through all of it. And because, again, like Animal really likes that, is a psychologist. But Asimov, like, I always liked Asimov. Sometimes, like, when I have the white hair out here and I'm wearing my glasses, my other glasses, I'm like going, Jesus Christ, I look like Asimov. It's weird. So yeah, Forbin Project is definitely another precursor or warning about AI, Clay. Absolutely. But this guy wrote over 500 or edited 500 books. So here are your 3 laws again. And they're very simple laws. And of course, then the Zeroth Law or Zeroth Law, robot may not harm humanity or by inaction allow humanity to come up to harm. And this law is over the other laws. And of course, I do want to show this here because that is the first book there, Isaac Asimov's Bicentennial Man over on the right. And then the robot series, The Positronic Man, which I really like that artwork. It's reminiscent, if you look at it, of the Hildebrands with the color use. Greg Hildebrandt and his brother. You guys know who that is?
Nope.
Oh, I'll do one more thing then.
That's what you're here.
They were great artists. They even worked on The Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. And they did some very colorful artwork. And I always liked it. Like, oh, this one in particular is a really nice one. Open image in new tab. And let me find the Star Wars. There it is. They did the exact same poster as the original poster, but they did it in the Hildebrand style. Still doesn't look like Leia and Princess Leia and Luke Skywalker, but like I said, the short story focused on just getting the basic story told, whereas the Positronic Man went in and expanded the universe into a full book, and it's really good. We've never read them. So there we go. Let me share screens. And here we go. This is their Star Wars artwork, part of it at least. I don't need to show you the whole thing. And this is some of the shit they did for Lord of the Rings. It's beautiful artwork. It's the Hildebrandt brothers.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, man. This is one of my favorites, too. Copy link address. No, image address. Image address. There it is. All right, here we go. Source. Unreachable? Go fuck yourself.
Of course.
I'll do it this way. Oh, it's really not going to let me look at it. Okay. It's going to make me go there. That's what it wants. So here we go. As long as it's there, I can just show you some of their work. Like here's the full poster for A New Hope. And this is, as I recall, this is the one that's on the vinyl album, isn't it, Martin? As I recall, the Hildebrands was the one that went out on the album. for the soundtrack.
That's not in the cover of my album, but then again, my album was an Latin American product.
So defective.
I mean, the album I remember from my parents for Star Wars, it was just a big Darth Vader head and against the black background. That's the one I remember.
Maybe that's it. It's been so long since I've looked at the album, but there you go. This painting looks almost the way they shot it in the movie. That is so sumptuous in its color. Look at all that color. And of course, that's the return of Gandalf. Because he was Gandalf the Grey and now he's Gandalf the White. I can love that story. Beautiful artwork. And nobody could paint fantasy like those two brothers, man. They were, paid by D&D to do a lot of artwork. And when you see a lot of the artists today, when they're doing that fantasy shit, they're kind of copying the Hildebrands. So there you go. So getting back to it, when you get into the film, Isaac Asimov's novelization expansion in Silverberg's Positronic Man differ from the 99 film adaptation, primarily in tone, romantic focus, and social scope. While the core premises all remain there, and the themes and the laws, Andrew Martin's 200-year quest to be legally recognized as a human, the print version offered a sharper sociological critique, whereas the film leans into sentimentality with a crowd-pleasing romantic angle. The narrative structural differences are generational span. The book tracks Andrew's interactions across multiple generations of the Martin family. The film condenses the human timeline mostly down to Little Miss and her granddaughter Portia to make the romantic subplot feasible. And I do want to point out that even though nobody really wants to talk about this, that he takes on the family name is actually a callback to slavery, which is when you bought the slave was given your last name, the owner.
I disagree. I disagree. Sir allows him to use the name because he becomes part of the family.
That was his son.
Or the son. Anyway,
we're talking about the movie. I'm talking about the book right now.
Oh, okay. I don't know the book.
And I'm telling you, that is why it was in there. And I know that Asimov was aware of that when he did it. Now, with the film, in the source material, Andrew's attachment to the family is deeply platonic, philosophical, and familial. And the movie adds a direct romantic relationship, though, between Andrew and little Miss's granddaughter, Portia, as she gets older. And I kind of like that because you realize that when he comes to the household, he's very much a child, still in that learning phase, saying things incorrectly. The whole repeat of, good night in the basement. That's one of the funniest scenes in the film. Because he doesn't know, he just thinks it's going to keep going. Good night, good night, good night.
Well, he realizes, of course, we would be saying that forever if we didn't stop.
Yep.
So,
and then the world building, Asimov's original writing treats Andrew's integration as a slow, cold civil rights struggle against a sometimes hostile or indifferent society. Director Chris Columbus and the film adaptation frame it with a softer, more optimistic fairy tale tone, which I like. I got to be honest, it fucking works. The philosophical and legal approach of it is that shredding the robot identity is a main part of it. Because in the book and novelization, Andrew's journey involves a lunar colony, too. And the movie keeps him localized closer to the family estate and focused heavily on his physical bodily modifications to mirror human beings as they age. And then in the ending, both versions culminate in Andrew altering his positronic brain to experience mortality, so the world, Congress will finally recognize him as a man on his 200th birthday. However, the literary text feels more clinical and philosophical in its final moments, while the movie emphasizes on the emotional cinematic closure as he dies alongside Portia. In fact, I like the fact that he dies before hearing it, that they've accepted him as a human, because he didn't need that. He knew what he was. He knew what he was, and that's all that mattered in the end. But he had it changed, and he had an impact on society, and I like that. I think the movie, yes, is more uplifting and heartfelt than the short story in the novel, but I'm telling you, it's still in there.
Well,
It's still within the story of the film.
It's Robin Williams post-Land, so this is the point where he was like family comedy man. Like, he didn't do jokes about cocaine anymore.
Yeah, and by the way, I brought this up yesterday to Anima. I'm like talking to her, and I said, everybody learned from John Belushi. That was a powerful moment when he died, and it got Robin Williams clean. It kept him clean because he didn't want to have a repeat of that. But somebody didn't get the memo, and you know who that was? Chris Farley.
No, the real crazy thing, you know who his roommate in Juilliard was?
It was Robin Williams. Robin Williams. No, he was.
No, Robin Williams, who Robin Williams' roommate in Juilliard was.
Christopher Reeve. Yeah, Christopher Reeve.
He had another one.
Who?
Batman.
Michael Keaton?
No, Kevin Conroy.
I don't know who that is.
The voice of
animated
Batman
series.
animated.
I'm fucking with you. I know who it is.
Okay.
By the way, we have a super chat from Sauron Baggins.
Sauron Baggins. One is glad to be of service, which, by the way, is Martin's catchphrase.
And now I
for
finally
Never
know
says-
where he got it from.
He never says you're welcome. Martin always says one is glad to be of service. And I always like that you say that. I always thought that was cool.
I like that I know now
And-
where it comes from.
And of course, response is equally as important. I said, you better, and you bet, you bitch. Goddamn right.
So
And
my
this is a
question
little
was,
chick.
Oh, wait. We need.
Go
a-
ahead,
a
honey. I'm
video.
pausing it. No, let Anima ask her question.
Yes.
Google answered it because my question was, did he pull a Mandalorian and have a body double and just voice the scenes while he's still full Robert? No, this was Robbie Williams.
Robin
Well,
Williams in
because-
costume, yeah.
It's his body.
people. It took 4 people, Team Robotico, to strip him into that suit, and they shot for 12 hours because it took so long to strap him in and get him back out. And nothing
Well,
is CG about that. Nothing.
Did you
CGI.
notice that that's his body plan? Even the way in which his stand, the curvature of his on his legs. Yes, it is him. It is not.
Well, you can fake that though with a suit like that. And other actors
It
would
would
have done that.
it would
but-
be painful on your knees. Let me tell you. And for Sauron Baggins, we have this one. Gary love this one.
Okay.
Pudding? No, thank you, sir.
I laughed so hard in the theater when I saw that the first time. I mean,
So
like,
rough.
what the fuck did he just do? He spit pudding in his face. Pudding. Great one. Thank you, Sauron Baggins, and we too are always glad to be of service. I'm going to try more often to get the first 20 minutes of the show to be as educational as possible, to give out a lot of information about something. And this movie in particular deserves it because it comes from great source material. Like, there's a lot of Asimov in this movie. And I like that they paid homage to him in this story. They didn't just take it and fucking bastardize it. They kept a lot of the shit. And I love that they kept the laws involved right at the beginning. I mean, that's one of the most annoying moments is when he projects that into the room and they're like, Please don't ever do that. He goes, oh, it's only a one-time feature. It's like, I really enjoyed these characters. They're a lot of fun. They really are. And Sam Neill is really good in this role. He's an unsung hero, and God rest his soul. Fucking love Sam Neill.
Great character actor.
It's so awkward though, because he's just following them around and all the noises that he makes when he moves. It's really awkward at first, and then they set him to work, and it gets better. But I would not want such a thing around my house.
Man. But I paused for a second here because I wanted you to see the little girl. That is Haley Eisenberg. And I'm trying to remember, what was she most famous for when she was a
She
kid?
was the super creepy
commercial?
girl in those Pepsi ads where she had like the super
That was
deep
it.
voice.
The Pepsi ads. It was the Pepsi ads. So I remember her on TV, and then she's in the movie, and her eyes look so fucking weird to me. They really do. They're like squinty and shit. It's like, but she's good in the part.
Yeah, but she stopped
Then-
acting in 2010.
Yep.
You got. Go ahead.
That kid was awesome. It's one of the best.
Oh,
actors
she's
in
good in
whole
the movie. She is really good. No, I also like the other part of the cast because like Oliver Platt's really good. Embeth Davidtz, man, she is so pretty. She falls into that category of what Danny and I were talking about last night. Is there are women that are pretty, and you look at them, they're really beautiful in a way, but it's that girl next door look. They're not like going to win some sort of beauty contest, but they have such an interesting face and when they perform. And of course, the biggest thing that most people know her for is she's in the film
Matilda.
No.
The Spielberg film, Schindler's List.
Oh.
Schindler's List.
That one too, yeah.
She is so good in that fucking movie. But now nerds will remember her from another little film. Do you remember? Anybody here?
Army of Darkness.
No. You once found me beautiful. Baby, you got real ugly.
Give me some sugar, baby.
Give me some sugar, baby. Yeah, that's the girl from Army of Darkness. That the princess, or she wasn't a princess. What the fuck was she?
She was a peasant.
A villager.
Yeah, villager.
And she falls in love with him eventually. You know, with all the other primitives that leave barn doors open.
I just know her as Miss Honey from Matilda because my sisters loved that movie when they were younger, so we watched that often.
I saw that flick and was just not a fan. And I'm not saying anything bad about it at all, because Danny DeVito did a fantastic job and as an actor in it with Rhea Perlman, his ex-wife, and he also directed the fucking movie.
Oh yeah, if you ever get a chance, look at him directing the kids behind the scenes. That's worth tracking down.
What
Matilda. Him directing Matilda.
Oh, did they get footage of him? What's he doing?
Interacting with the kids, like the one that like
In a
gets
fun
spun
way?
around. Yeah.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, it's like he's very like kind, generous. The kids are all laughing afterwards. Even the one that gets like thrown into the atmosphere, basically, because she's like on a little harness, and they have like fake pigtails for the Miss Trunchbull actor to grab onto. So yeah, the kids actually laughing their ass off when they're getting thrown instead of screaming. That's
funny. I do believe, I think I remember reading something somewhere that she was one of the actresses that was up for the role of, I just forgot her name. Fred Flintstone's wife.
Not Betty.
Wilma.
Yeah, Wilma.
She was one of the actresses that was up for the role. I think she went out for it, didn't get it. And it went to, I think the person, Elizabeth Perkins was perfect as, Wilma. But anyway, so Bicentennial Man is like this great cast with Oliver Platt too. Kirsten Warren is like the weirdest character in the film. And she's, as I recall, she's the voice of the female robot.
She is the female robot because she too was in the suit.
Yeah. So you got Kirsten Warren and playing the perky, dancy, singing Galatia. Yeah. Isn't it Galatia?
No, it's Galatea.
Oh, Galatea. Okay.
And she's nice in the end. She's the nurse in the end that takes care of
her.
her.
A lot of people don't realize that. That's her. She became human too.
She says, Portia, says her name.
Yeah, when she thanks her.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of glad that they did go for a human romance rather than just him falling in love with like another robot, because the whole point to this story was becoming human.
It's a Pinocchio story.
Yeah, I'm a real boy.
And I like the ending that he dies before they give the verdict because he doesn't need to hear it. He knows. He knows he's.
Yeah, I said that 15 minutes ago. Were you like tuned out again? You tune out on me all the time.
No, you have both have the same opinion. You agree. That's a positive.
I just wanted to make a point of that again. I'm sorry.
Whatever.
Fuck you.
No, it's an important point because of the fact that, he didn't need it. He didn't need to hear their decision. He knew in his heart who he was. He knew in her heart who he was.
He knew all the time.
That is the only opinion that mattered. But he fought for this. And I do believe that this is an altruistic thing he was doing because he knew other robots would follow to do this, become human. And then, of course, one of the biggest arguments is, I made up a word when I was in high school that if somebody had a ridiculous religious belief, I called it relitical. And it's a word I've made up, and I will use it. You'll hear me use it every once in a while when I'm talking ridiculous religious beliefs. It's relitical. And not like making up words, because that's how words come into existence. And just got to get enough people to say it. Gladia is named after the statue that is brought to life by Aphrodite. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Aphrodite, to become the wife of Pygmalion lion. Pygmy lion.
Oh my God!
No. Why do you torture me like that?
I'm doing this on purpose. Have fun with correcting me the rest of the show. Then I'm going to do this, and you're not going to know when I'm doing it for real and for fuck around. Anyway, so Stephen Root's great in this too, and I fucking love Stephen Root.
He's great.
By the way, somebody else loves Stephen Root. He will watch anything with Stephen Root. I showed her that clip from Oh Brother, We're Out There where he's running that the recording studio. And she laughed her butt off at his blind man.
I didn't know him before Barry, and I fell in love with him on that show. And now whenever I see his name pop up, I'm like, I'm watching this.
Oh, I loved him since like Office Space. That was the first time I noticed him.
I don't think I've seen him.
One of my favorite sci-fi comedy series from the 80s was Small Wonder. Vicky would do a lot of things like you said, flip for joy. She would take that literally. Yeah. Which, by the way, is something that's problematic for people with my brain because I'm overly literal. And that's why sometimes jokes go over my head. Like, not all of them. Some jokes go over my head. Like, it takes me a second because I'm taking some literally and I'm not thinking creatively. And I could just switch right over to creative thinking.
You missed the best joke with that. You're literally literal.
I'm literally literal.
I think I'm even more literal than you.
Wait. I'm going to say it the way that annoys my buddy Chris. Literally. I'm literally literal.
Why does that
Which is
annoy
the
you?
English. That's the English way of saying it. And my buddy Chris fucking hates it when I say it. And I think it's funny as shit when I do it to him. It annoys the crap out of him. Aw, who's Buttercup? Is it me?
No.
In Gary's case, it's vitriously literal.
Vitriolically literal. The law don't go round here, Mr. Kansas Law Dog. I know that line.
Where's that from?
I loved Robot series. Absolutely great reading, man.
Oh no, keep reading.
Tokyo Drift, oh fuck you. I thought he was saying something I could like, oh, you dick.
Too robot, too furious.
Too robot, too furious. Snortopupus's fifth law of robotics states that hot dogs will never be served with ketchup. Hey, fucking man, I have only one condiment for hot dogs, and I don't refrigerate mine because it's not going to go bad. Mustard, Dijon mustard. If I could like brown mustard,
you should
and
try,
relish. What?
You should try adding barbecue to the mustard.
I tried it, didn't like it. I tried it, didn't like it. Because the only one I have is the honey hickory sweet, and it tastes weird. So it's the only one I have. Do I have some sitting here? No, I put it back in the fridge. Because I don't leave that one out. Mustard is, look, I have golden yellow mustard, but when I have this mustard, it's my preferred one. And by the way, we are the home of mustard in Springfield, Missouri, if you didn't know that. This is the home of French's. Where all this. You drive into Springfield, as you drive into Springfield, when you hit the first sign that says 2 miles, 2 mile mark, you immediately get hit by that pungent but not bad smell of the mustard seeds and vinegar.
Awesome.
And you can smell it in the air, and it's wonderful, man. I love that smell. Coming to Springfield from Lebanon, that's going west on I-44. You will hit that smell, and it's wonderful. It is. What happened to Gambit? Well, the word is he's okay. I've been asking, and he showed up to the stream last night. And Martin,
the game streams.
Yep. And so very relieved. And he said something about finally being able to get into the chat, which I'm not sure what that's about.
Me too. I hope he's not getting held hostage.
No, my guess is he's on vacation and doesn't have access to internet all the time.
Alpha says the same thing. Vacation.
Yeah.
I guess it's up to us to spam the chat. Okay, you play. You guys go at it. Have fun. Cut and paste.
Everyone.
The funny part is here's what I want you guys to cut and paste if Gambit's not here. Recipes. And give me bad recipes. Like recipes and stuff that nobody would eat. Like plum pudding. No, not going to eat it. But plums I don't care. But it's a pudding, and I don't care. No, I don't want it. It's gross.
I put fake Gordon Ramsay quips about the recipes.
Well, yeah.
It's fucking raw.
I have a step grandmother from Wales, and she makes Christmas pudding every year for Christmas. And I was able to taste some of it, and no.
Yeah. Holy shit. I didn't know that.
Interesting.
So Al-Qaeda just means the foundation. Wow.
I don't know what Al means in Arabic.
It's it's a word like not quite but it's the introduction of something. Like something is this is. Okay. This is. God, Robin is so good in this part. And by the way, I did not laugh. ever when he went out the window. I know that was meant to be funny, but I'm like, oh my God, that's horrifying. And she would tell him to do that, knowing he's going to do it.
Oh, she's a shithead. Just, I mean, when she's a grown-up, she's all fucked.
By the way, I do love this, where she's the little girl one moment, and then the next moment, it's the full-grown woman, showing that passing of time.
That was a nice cut,
you also
yeah.
have the Battlestar Galactica and Matrix Animatrix versions, where humans build what is essentially a race of robot slaves and fail to realize what the AI might do. I think Colossus, the Forbin Project, yeah, absolutely. And we did cover that movie. And like Anima watched that movie, what a horrifying ending. That it wins. AI wins.
Yeah.
Asimov also wrote the novelization of The Fantastic Voyage. You're correct, sir. That is a great fucking book and movie. Looks like a Journey album cover. Oh, the Hildebrandt?
Yeah. No. Yes, the covers from the novel and the full novelization.
Right. There's the bitchy sister. Growed up.
Yeah, she's the bad kid and Little Miss is the good kid.
Call her bitch is being too magnanimous.
It was not Bayonne. That was not the original. It was another interpretation of that same poster. And ironically, still did not make it look like Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher. And really did an even worse job on the droids.
Never will.
Uh-oh. Plug it in.
Yeah, real crazy thing with the Battlestar Galactica, the way things work off is that somehow you can replicate people by literally just making facsimiles of them because it's Mormonism. Like that's how they do it in Caprica. They don't actually like download people's brains. They just literally like comb their emails and all this other stuff. And then it argues that it's actually the person. It's a really weird and interesting idea because, material-wise, we would think that you would need to have an actual like copy of a person's thoughts, brains, whatever, memories to replicate them.
Dude, there was a very good animated show, Pantheon. That was the last thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's a depressing, evil series.
Do you see anything light in this AI future?
No.
Really?
Not really.
Well, the good news is we do not have the capability of actually replicating thought. We're nowhere near doing it. What we will have is imitations and people trying to sell things, which is what's going on right now.
Yeah, I'm looking at wow.
Nobody says that like Joe.
Chart here for Bicentennial Man's box office, and
it didn't do that well, if I remember right. Or what? Did it bomb?
No, it didn't even. Its budget was 90 million, and as I recall, it was 90 to 100 million, and it only made like 87 million, 87.4 million, right there.
Critics didn't like it either.
And I think that's sad, but here you see the trend. Like the first week, down 18%, up 22%, down 36, down 20, down 64. Holy shit.
Probably too weird a topic for mainstream audience. Robot becoming human.
Yeah, that's a horrible downward trend right there. By the way, while we're in here, I can show you. The Odyssey is down 49% this weekend.
Good.
I don't like wishing ill on people, but they've earned this. If it doesn't do well, they earned it.
I mean, the whole practice of pre-selling a year before the movie comes out, when nothing is known about cast or anything, I bet you a lot of empty seats are not just tickets bought by the studio. That's people who bought tickets in advance a year ago, and now that they heard all about the cast and everything, they're like, yeah, fuck it. Money lost, but I'm not doing that to myself.
I think
here
it will
is-
do a little
I
bit
was
better
talking
than
about
break even. Because it's what,
Yeah.
400 million they spent total, so they need to at least what, 2 times
add
that.
in the marketing. You always got to add the marketing to it.
Add the marketing and add the tickets that they are buying.
Which the marketing mathematically usually is about 75% over
Also,
the budget. So with that, about $700 million is what they have to make to break even.
no, they need to cross $1 billion because Nolan gets a 20% cut. So
Oh,
that
that's
needs
Yeah.
to be way higher than
So I'm
Yeah.
still trying to show you this. If you're looking at the screen, down 49% this weekend. This is not good. It's not good.
If
And
And,
you have reports all over the internet by people working in movie theaters that say people walk out after half an hour.
By the way, Joseph Kahn mentioned that on average, because he had the film threat panel that Christopher was on, he mentioned it on average, it's about $10,000 P&A per theater on average. So for this, they probably spent maybe, let's say, $15K per theater. So if you want to like try to figure out marketing budget for a movie, just take the number of theaters and times it by like 10K, give or take, or maybe 15 if they put a lot of money into advertising.
yeah. But here you go. I just wanted to show you. You can watch the decline in viewership as the Bicentennial Man progressed. Like down
That's
84%, 82, 84. It just kept going. And that's why it tanked. And that's sad because I think it's a solid fucking movie.
I think
And,
it probably did really well in home entertainment.
Sadly, it
okay.
doesn't fucking show it.
I know, and we need those numbers because that is a movie that would do really well on VHS.
Yeah, it was. It was around that era where DVDs were starting to take off. Because I remember it was like around like 2000 when DVDs really started going somewhere. This is like right
Okay.
before. Because I remember
Put that
watching this
back
on
up,
VHS.
Martin, please.
what?
Please put that back up.
This one?
Yeah. You got the best of it right there. There you go. This
I
is
still go.
okay.
Sorry.
You did that one. Now just making sure I've seen everything.
I still go with the one with Hermana Sant. That will be my favorite. Haven't
Yeah.
been topped yet.
That one is great. If they had done the Sirens, it would have been really perfect for me.
Oh yeah.
I love the
I will
Sirens. Always have.
Let me explain it to you. This is very simple. They demand an Oscar, the studio. Chris Nolan needs to get them an Oscar for this film. So by doing what he did the inclusion thing with the DEI checkboxes, but he limited how much time those checkboxes were on screen. Overall, a 3-hour movie, they're only on screen no more than 15 minutes.
Well, he made her half-sister, Helen's half-sister, her twin, so she could get more
Yeah.
screen time. Because
Yep.
if he hadn't done that, she would have had like a minute. It's
Yep, she got
ridiculous.
5.
The most beautiful woman on earth. And all of a sudden she has a twin sister.
She
That's
has a
just-
twin
they-
sister.
Twin sister.
They weren't
you
even
let me turn-
sisters in the
Perhaps
original.
I can turn her. No!
Sisters.
No!
No, as soon as I was hearing about all the stuff over the hoop, all the casting, I was looking at the characters where I'm going, oh no, this is literally conflict marketing because they're not going to be in the movie that much. That way, anyone that's arguing about it is going to look silly because they're arguing about like 5 or 10 minutes for those characters.
Yeah, but they sure had them talk a lot in the PR tours.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Every time the black chick opened her mouth, she just sounded more and more stupid. How can you graduate Yale in fine arts and haven't heard of the Odyssey yet?
And talk publicly about it.
Yeah, right.
yeah, no, exactly. It's to make it so that people are all doing all these complaints about, and then it's nothing in the film, and then there really isn't stuff talking about like, hey, why are you using a Viking ship?
Yeah.
Where are the gods? Like that's not a criticism anyone's focusing on.
The Mandalorian
Here you go,
armor, like
Martin.
Anima
Yeah.
says.
Here you go, Martin.
Yeah.
Just for you.
Sister. So, you have a twin sister.
There we go.
I always love the way he says that.
Sister. Fucking Darth Vader, man. James Earl Jones. He did some cool shit. I will tell you this. I prefer the edit that was made to the scene where he's aggravated over what's happened. And he goes walking by and tells the stormtroopers to prepare his shuttle. And in Empire Strikes Back. And the original version is weird, the way he says what he wants. And then they change it. And I fucking love that. He did it better with the second take.
There's all sorts of
By the way,
creative edits to those movies.
I sat for 5 minutes watching how they shot the dinner scene in Star Wars. And it was funny. Just like the shot of him with his hand out for the pistol to catch it. Like he just stood there with his hand out and it would throw the pistol and you go, action. He'd throw it, drop it, action. They throw another pistol at him. They just kept doing it over and over again. Him catching it and dropping it. It's fucking cool. That is my new sleep video. I just want to sleep to that.
Oh no, my favorite bit is they need C-3PO's arms to wave when he was on Chewie's back. Can figure out how to do it. They end up using fishing line.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it is. It's hilarious that it's this big, huge budget sci-fi action movie, and they're doing stuff you do when you're like 6.
Here we go. Kirk Douglas as Ulysses. Yeah, 1954. Much better. Yep, I concur. By the way, I pause here because this scene is really good. Where he and
After
Martin
the
are
wedding.
sitting.
Yeah.
And he's got that new upgrade. So he's got a projector in his head.
No, he had the projector.
No,
all
he
along.
had that.
He had
He
a
had
different.
that. It's
The-
modernized. Yeah. It's updated.
They upgraded his face. Now he can smile. Finally. They gave him a rubber face.
And he's wearing clothes now.
Because he's got a penis.
Not yet.
We don't. Not yet. Not yet.
Oh, did you look?
No, but we know that he transforms into human form with skin and all that when he meets Platt. So I'm pretty sure before that he doesn't have one. He's a household appliance originally, remember? And I doubt he would request that because he considered the whole affair messy to begin with. So it takes him a while to get
When
into
Brad
it.
explains to him that he has that upgrade for him, he said, "Oh, functional."
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
What is? I don't know what you're asking me here, Wade. By the way, hi. Make sure I'm saying hi to everybody. Sauron Bags, I said hi to you. Slasher Fred, I said hi to you, but if not, hi. Jonathan is here too. Hi, Jonathan. Of course, Alpha, because I've been interacting with Alpha. And Bayona Red and Wade. So there we go. Hi, guys. How y'all doing? Wade, explain that question. I didn't understand the question, buddy. This scene, good acting. Sam is an amazing actor. Yeah, he's like at first I thought he was having a heart attack when I first watched it.
Well,
man, I grew up in the South. I love hats like that.
I thought he was going to tell him that he isn't just emotional because of the wedding, but because he's dying or something like that, because he's sick. but it's not that. He just dies of old age. And because somebody asked it earlier in the chat, no, we never learn the big sister's fate or the mother's. It's not important. It's clear when Sam Neill dies, the wife is already gone. The older sister is not interesting because she's the bad
Who
one.
didn't like him, by the way, if you guys didn't know that. The original mom in the house did not like Martin.
No,
Andrew.
she didn't. Neither
I'm
did the
sorry.
big sister. That is why it's focused on Sam Neill's character, Sir, who struggles with the robot wanting to be free, but he comes to terms in the end when he dies.
No,
Without
they knew
looking
you
it
were
up,
watching the
Sauron,
film,
do you remember
Martin.
which one? Go ahead.
Oh, they knew you were watching the film, Martin, so they get you ahead of time.
Yeah.
Freak you out.
Sauron, which movie was it? You know which one? Number without looking it up? You guys?
Yep.
Omen.
What number?
Don't
3.
say, just asking if you you said it out loud. I said not to.
Oh wait, I misheard that.
You didn't hear it. It's like you just fucking did it. And then you go, oh, you said not to. Oh my god, I knew you were gonna do it, and I'm like, don't say the name.
Here's your answer from Wade, Gary.
Why do we need a remake for Star Wars? A remake. It's not a remake that I was talking about. I was talking about the special edition, which had like a handful of things I was actually okay with. But for the most part, I didn't like them. Empire Strikes Back is the only one I feel the updates were nice. I did not like them in A New Hope. I didn't like him changing Han shooting first. I didn't like the adding of the Jabba scene because it's unnecessary. We get all of that in the next scene.
It undermines Jabba.
Well, hold on though. I've never understood why do people say Han shoots first. Greedo doesn't get to shoot at all in that original version.
Because he shot first.
But shooting first implies that there's a second shot. He just shoots.
The phrase should be Greedo never shot.
Yeah. Because Han shoots first implies Greedo got a shot off.
There's no. You can actually say somebody shot first. You can do it. And it doesn't matter if the second shot doesn't happen. They shot first. Because it's used more like a verb in that tense.
Okay.
And so no. Grammatically, I disagree. I think that saying shot first denotes the fact that the other guy didn't get to shoot because he fired first. And bye, Penny.
Take care.
Bye, Penny.
We love you, Penny. In a completely platonic way.
Yes, they said that they want to remake the original trilogy for its 50th anniversary.
I've been saying that for the longest time that, listen, when all is said and done and Disney runs out of ideas, they're going to remake things. Probably after the original cast is dead. What are they going to do? It as
CG animated version? An animated version? Flipping what they've been doing with other movies where they take an animated movie and try to call it a live action when it's still CG.
No, it'll be the live action Star Wars remake. I thought it was already live action. Shh. Quit bringing logic into Disney's decision making.
Yeah. It's sort of like in Alpha, it's sort of like when you're in a race, you take first. You take first. It's an action. It's a quasi verb. Had a good day, Penny. Hi, Vinkman's girl. We owe her a video too because we don't play her video at all.
No, the other reason why is then they have actors cast who have played the characters, and now they can start doing things with Han, Luke, and Leia where they aren't geriatrics or dead.
There it is. Here you go, Beekman's girl. Your video.
Are you habitually using drugs, stimulants, alcohol?
No.
No. Just asking. Are you, Alice, menstruating right now?
What has that got to do with it?
Back off, man. I'm a scientist.
Nan's a really good actor. He was on The West Wing. Do you remember him? It's Bradley Whitford. Bradley can do drama and he can fucking do comedy. He's funny as shit. He's one of the guys that works below ground in Cabin in the Woods. He's the number 2 guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude,
and we gotta watch that movie, Anima. We need to watch that movie because you're gonna enjoy the shit out of that.
I despise that movie myself, but that's just my opinion.
I fucking love the crap out of it. I hate J.J. Abrams, all my heart. But
it was Joss Whedon.
Movie.
Yeah, Wes Whedon.
Basically, it is related to JJ though. JJ has involvement in that.
Oh, really?
Doesn't he?
No, I thought it was like because it was like filmed before Avengers. I think maybe even before he was cast as Thor. I'm trying to remember.
He was not directly involved in the production. I thought he was one of the producers on it. Well, I also really despise Joss Whedon.
Well, yeah. No, my whole thing is I realized very early on exactly what they were talking about, what they were doing, and at the end it's like, yeah, the Elder Gods are the audience.
Yep.
Fuck
so
you.
Just to let you know, this is a crazy scene where he goes trekking through the world to find all these other bots that have gone offline, left home to see what's become of them. He finds one like himself, like covered in snow and dust, just dead.
The sad thing is when he sees her in the market and she's dancing and acting like she has a personality, and then he discovers that it's just a chip. It's not her developing anything. It's just Platt's
so
character
weird
changing her.
The way they phrase it, though, he says, like, did you, is your emotion
personality
chip
chip
turned on? Yeah, personality chip turned on. She goes, no, it's yours. And I'm like going, that's the phrasing in that is interesting. Like, because it could be taken like in a sexual connotation. Are you turned on? Am I turned on? Are you turned on?
I did not get that.
Oh,
but okay.
There we go. This is part of the Presidio where Joe was stationed in the army. Boom, baby. That is also where Sean Connery and Mark Harmon found a killer in that movie. Remember that movie?
No.
The one where Sean Connery tells the guy, I'll tell you what, I'll just fight you with my right or my left thumb because my right thumb is too powerful for you.
What movie
and then
was
beats
that?
the shit out of the guy. The Presidio. Meg Ryan, Sean Connery, Mark Harmon.
I don't remember that. I'm sorry.
God, man. That's why they call it dope, honey. You need to stop smoking.
Fuck off.
Wow. Just okay.
Calling her out openly. Oh my God.
That's what I have to deal with, guys, every day.
I thought that was a secret.
This is Anima right now. Are you ready? This is what she's thinking.
Listen, fuckwad, so you can shut the fuck up, okay?
I think you need to change your handle to Gary the Jerk.
And this is my response to you, baby.
What's the secret?
I don't dare tell you.
No meat. You don't eat meat.
I masturbate a lot.
Okay, I think.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Just
God, I love that man.
Just why?
I was expecting disappointment. I'm still disappointed.
My disappointment is disappointed.
So yeah, that chick, she plays this character. What's her
Galatea.
name? No, I'm talking about the actress, Kristen Warren, Kristen Warren, or Kirsten Warren.
Kirsten, yeah.
Yeah, and she plays the part of this robot, and she's great. And it is her at the end of the film, and a lot of people didn't catch that. Oliver Platt's character, I love it when you see him old too in this film.
Yeah, walking with the cane.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I just love that actor.
It's like
Oliver Platt. I don't like the movie, but I'll watch it for one reason. Oliver Platt's in a little film called The Three Musketeers by Disney.
Hmm.
Because
the
he's the
Kiefer
best
one?
part of that movie. Yeah, the Kiefer Sutherland one. With that stupid fucking song at the end. Did it for love or do it for love, or whatever the fuck that song was by Bryan Adams. Fuck you, Bryan Adams.
That was Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, that had the Bryan Adams song.
That right there.
No, Bryan
Shut
Adams
her
song,
off, or
yeah.
I will.
Right?
Because
Yes, you're not wrong, but you're wrong correcting me. Because that has a Bryan Adams song too.
In any case, fuck you, Bryan Adams.
Yeah. It's like, yes, people do not remember the reign of terror of Bryan Adams in, what was it, like 1991? It's just nothing but that song playing all the time. It was that Titanic song before the Titanic song.
Oh, well, and this song too. When they released the Musketeer film, holy shit! It's called "All for Love."
Oh wow! So he was that unoriginal. He just went, anything I do, all for love. Generic title here.
I don't want the music video. I want to find the album version. No, that's live. I don't want that either. God, I fucking hate Bryan Adams.
You know, we are overdue for a proper Musketeers film series. Like, try adapting all of them.
I liked the French one. I really did.
Yeah,
It was a
the
two-part
Christopher Lee
film.
ones. Yeah.
Oh, those were the best. Look, I even going back. I even like the Gene Kelly as D'Artagnan one. But I got to tell you, when Dick Lester made his first two Musketeer films, they were shot back to back the same way. It's because of that he was hired to be or brought on to do Superman 2. And because he had already worked on shooting back to back.
I fucking love when they fight in the church. I love when they're on like the frozen lake.
Oh, yeah.
So fucking great.
This is kind of cool right here with the gel being gooped out over the hand. It's CG, but I didn't care. I thought it was really well done. Kind of reminded me of the water, whatever they called that. I forget what it's called in The Abyss, where it brings a snake like of water coming.
It was referred to as the tentacle, if I remember right. Because
that's it. Tentacle.
Was.
This is actually not bad effects here too,
especially for 2000, because this is like right when digital was starting not to be complete shit. Like, you ever see like the explosion of blood in Blade, which was like only a year or two ago from this.
Yeah. Speaking of that, the guys over at Quarter Crew have a new good and bad visual effects, and they showed that really awful moment where they digitally open Blade's eyes because the actor refused to open his eyes because he was pissed at the director. He's pissed at everybody, really. And they had to digitally open his eyes, and it's really fucking awful.
I like Wesley Snipes' acting, but from everything I've heard on, he sounds like a nightmare to work with. Like apparently Blade 3, he actually got like you would have to call him Blade. Everyone. I mean everyone, the cast and crew.
And he only communicated with the director via post-its.
yeah. Via post-its. And he was so hard to work with, they actually just start giving his lines to the other characters so he wouldn't say as much because it was such a pain to get him to say anything.
So I'm going to post this in the group chat, and we can look at it after the show because I'm not going to play it during the show. We'll get claimed.
Yeah.
This is Bryan Adams and friends, which includes Sting and Rod Stewart.
Oh God, Rod Stewart. Yes, you know it's high quality.
Hey,
But I actually love Rod Stewart. But yeah, it's just there was this period where he just sort of just sold the fuck out. And so having him do a try yet with Bryan Adams and Sting was just like dripping fucking commercialism. Pure commercialism with that fucking song. Disney at its peak.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Sting, like a lot of his music, but my God, he gets up his own ass.
Look, he's a pretentious asshole. That's a fact. And that's why he's done some of the shit he's done with the Police. He's treated them very shabbily, acting like they had no input on the sound of those songs with the way they performed their instruments. They absolutely deserve a writing credit, and that he refuses to give it to him pisses me off. And I'm a fan of Sting's, but I'm a bigger fan of Stuart Copeland.
I just love that at least he realized, oh, okay, I'm going to try to be an actor. Okay, I am not good at acting. I am not going to be like Madonna and keep trying this. I'm done.
Yeah, the last thing he did really was that movie for the guy
Zoolander 2.
He was Sting in Zoolander 2?
Yes, and it was his best acting ever.
Wow.
Well, he's just playing himself, right?
Yes. He's
yeah,
playing
that's
himself.
why. Yeah. That's why I don't remember him in that. But I remember the last time he did real acting was in the Guy Ritchie film. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Yeah.
And he's the only thing that sucks in it is his performance. She is so pretty. She really is. She's got those dark eyes.
Gary, you will be contacted by Sting's lawyers.
Do you think when he sends a legal notice, it's signed, be ready to get stung? You're being sued by Sting.
God damn, Shenotsky.
Are we nearly there to have these technologies to create skin? Not like this, not in the movie, no. But we're probably about 20 years away from that. I would guesstimate that we would have sluice tanks full of silicone-based flesh that you can squirt out and solidifies over things.
I mean, if you want to know where things are, just look at the sex toy market.
That's
all I'm saying.
Go there. You
have
to go there.
It sadly, like with DVDs, sometimes the adult stuff is where the technological advancements happen because, surprise, they want to get that solved ASAP.
Because I was trying to get this thing about the Presidio.
62.
Absolutely, Alpha.
Sauron.
Great movie.
Because he tells Platt's character he is 62 years old. You're 1 year off.
And then it started out as 25. I'll make you 25 years younger. He goes 15, and he goes 20.
They meet at 20.
We meet at 20.
He still seems to be twice her age.
Well, you had two films. You had the Three Musketeers and then the Fourth Musketeer, and they were shot at the same time, and that's why they kind of feel seamless. with the way they look and feel.
And then
And
didn't they do
Christopher
a
is so good in that.
didn't they do like a third one? It was like a for TV one or something with some of the same actors.
No,
I'm
it
trying
was
to remember.
they did the Return of the Musketeers in 1989, and that's when Kinnear died. He got injured doing a scene with a donkey, and when he got injured, the film got finished, got really bad reviews. I actually kind of liked it, but that's when Richard Lester retired from making films because he felt responsible for the killing of his friend's death, and he just didn't want to make movies anymore. He lost love for film.
That's a shame.
Are we nearly there in technology? Yeah, Fort Point. Yeah. Yes, it's right under the Golden Gate Bridge, and yes, it is part of the Presidio. Absolutely. You're right on it.
Yeah. And one film that people don't necessarily know off the top of their head is a Musketeer film, Man in the Iron Mask.
I know, because that is the older Musketeers.
Yep.
And D'Artagnan actually works directly for the king. And man, oh man, I actually liked the DiCaprio film. I thought it was good with Jeremy Irons as D'Artagnan. That was a damn good movie. Been on purpose because it apparently worked. That's well, they did a really good job, and I got to tell you, the makeup that they did on Robin is, in my opinion, the second best aging makeup I've ever seen on screen for a film. And first is still number one, Dustin Hoffman in Little Big Men, done by the master, the maestro of makeup, Dick. What's his last name? Dick Smith.
You know, I'd like, I don't know if this is a site or not, but I'd like one where you have the as old age makeup for when they're younger, and then you have the actual old person, so you can actually see like how well they predicted it.
Yeah, they well, it kind of reminds me of like John Carpenter. John Carpenter saw what he would look like when he was old when he helped design David Lopan, because
I know you're getting there.
It's uncanny. It's fucking uncanny, dude. It's uncanny.
We need that picture as a permanent asset here.
You know what he needs to do? He needs to get an LED light, like what was it? One of those things, tooth molds, or was it
right?
Not denture, mouth guard. He needs to get an LED mouth guard and put it in, and then just crank the light up all the way.
To make the full effect.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And then he really can be David Lopan, and then he becomes just an amorphous, inanimate human being. John Carpenter just goes around asking for a girl with green eyes.
You have reivindicated yourself after that bad joke.
By the way, I don't know if I shared this with you guys, but I'm going to bring it up real quick. Remove. There we go. And this fucking killed me.
Is that
this
real?
Is one of the, I don't think so. I think it's AI.
I don't think so, because the popcorn would fall out if that was real and you have it stand like that. It has to be AI. Also, who cares? Who would buy that? I would say no one.
Because she had the boobectomy.
Oh, believe me, I would buy that.
You know what you should do, Gary?
Right.
You bought the fucking beaver, Martin.
Oh, that's the new
did.
beaver. That's the new beaver. She's the new beaver.
No.
Oh, please, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. Don't
Well,
you dare.
I will tell you
that.
that. Yeah. I agree.
It's 2 against 1, and I'm your boss, so no.
Furry Gurry disapproves.
I don't care. We overruled you.
Gary, what you need to do then, you need to take John Carpenter as he is now and deep fake him over David Lopan.
Well, I actually have an image of it, and I'm trying to find it right now because that shit's so fucked up.
Oh man, we need an AI picture of oh my god, Kurt and the director in a set of Escape from New York, saying that you weren't put in this set to get it, Mr. Russell.
You
Right.
put this one to get it, Mr. Ritzel. I love the way he just gets pissed in that movie. It's awesome.
This pisses me off to no end. Is like one of my
This
favorite
really
lines in the film.
pisses me off to no end.
Because my dad used to say that all the time, you know, and I'm assuming that meant my grandpa said it all the time too. Well, this pisses me off to no end. Now Hollywood is using CGI to old face. Yeah, it looks awful when they do it.
Yep. Also, it's kind of lazy. Like, I could see that, hey, you put the foundation down and then you modify it with CG stuff, but unless it's impossible to do, you should try to do as much as you can in camera.
By the way, we were talking about this, and I wanted to point out that the visual effects on this was done by Digital Domain Incorporated, DQI, as well as Industrial Light and Magic, Tippett Studios, DreamQuest, as I said, Images, and Manex Visual Effects. So there are multiple companies doing the visual effects for the film. They're specifically doing certain things. And like DQI led the visual effects supervisor for the movie, and he did a lot of the compositing, digital modeling, matte paintings, and motion controls for the film's robot transformations and android designs. And then Industrial Light and Magic contributed model making, practical effects support with figures like Adam Savage is credited as one of the model makers for the film, if you didn't know that. Adam Savage worked on this film. Tippett Studios provided digital effects, rotoscoping, and technical direction support. And I'm assuming also for part of that is the movement of the robotics and shit, because that's what he specialized in. And
I mean, all the parts that he creates to become more human, the heart and everything.
Mm-hmm. Manex Visual Effects, located in San Francisco, they're involved in post-production with the visual effects, leveraging the local talent pool available to director Chris Columbus. So they're kind of like a manager after production was done. There you go.
That was probably M. Savage's, because like he's San Francisco based, right? So.
Mm-hmm. And we're dead.
Again.
Yeah, here's the scene. They're going to put in his heart.
It's so funny when he hears his tummy growl for the first time.
Yeah.
He's so weirded out. I need a silencer for that. That was funny.
Well, you imagine not having to ever eat for like 90 years?
I actually came across a story of, I forgot if it's a boy or a girl, but they were born with serious issues, so they had to take out the whole intestinal system. And they were fed through the vein. And then they happened to get a transplant. So they were already like 6 or 7 when they ate for the first time in their life. That was the weirdest story.
Yeah, that's
what that was like for them.
Well, you don't know what you're lacking. Like, you know, if you're born deaf, for instance, the world just doesn't have sound.
Same thing, yeah.
Yeah, but
Lou
I've watched
Ferrigno when he got
videos-
his implants.
Well, there's nothing more wonderful than seeing kids hear their parents' voice for the first time.
Yeah.
I love those videos. But my favorite videos where the guy gets a cochlear implant and here's his wife talking for the first time.
Oh, God,
And he goes, "Oh my God, make it stop. I don't want to hear that." He goes, "You're going to hear that voice for the rest of your life." No, take it out. It's so fucking evil.
Oh no! Some of the ones I like is like was it kids from like third world countries come over and they hear like music for the first time, like on like like off of an album.
Mm.
Yeah, we had a video going around here made by people who they went to the train station to welcome the refugees, basically when this shit all started, and they posted a video of kids seeing soap bubbles for the first time in their lives. That was heartwarming.
Oh,
and sad
what was
at the
that
same
like?
time.
How did they react to it?
Oh, they were over the moon. They were so happy. They couldn't believe it.
That's so cool.
It was really
Yeah,
sweet,
I'm
but
like
at the
that.
same
I
time,
fucking love shit like that.
I mean, you see kids between like 4 and 8, and they go crazy over bubbles because they've never seen that in their lives. It's sad.
Yeah, you know, one that really fucking gets to me is like cats or dogs that have never felt the touch of a human hand.
Oh God,
And
yeah,
the
these
horror.
videos always.
Oh,
get me.
that's depressing.
But it's so amazing because you see them, like I watched one just 2 days ago, this cat hissing at this person, and then within a handful of minutes it's just purring and once more.
Yeah, or these videos about a dog in a kennel in a corner, terrified, and then you see him later with the new owner and all happy and not skinny anymore. These transformations always make me cry.
Oh, had you seen that video in a Turkish convenience store? They have adopted a stray cat, and the cat all mornings comes from the street and hugs the owner.
Oh,
Yes,
Turkish
it's
people
not-
are really great with stray cats. You have to give them that.
Oh, one of my favorites is there's one of those themed like piggy banks, and the one that this does is where you put the coin down and then the little thing pops up and the little cat claw comes in. It like jam takes the coin, put it in. Well, there's a cat watching it, and its eyes just bulge out like crazy because it's freaking out of what it just saw. Because as far as it knew, a cat just appeared out of like a box from nowhere, jacked the coin, and then just disappeared.
What the hell?
Yeah, it literally is freaked out.
All right, I've got this image for you guys. It's about ready. There we go. Carpenter. There we are. And now I can share. All right. Boom. Share screen. I've always wondered because I wonder how Robin Williams felt about this. Did you guys watch any videos with that?
I mean, I know he was a big sci-fi and fantasy fan. Like he was also like he loved video games so much so he named his daughter Zelda after Legend of Zelda.
That's really cool. That's like Mac. He named his son Logan after Logan's Run. No, after Wolverine. Logan's Run would be funny though.
Yeah, and then there was
There you go.
Obi-Wan who named his kid Democracy.
So here's John Carpenter. It took him decades, but John Carpenter has finally achieved becoming David Lopan. There you go.
Oh yeah. He's him now.
You're not here to get it. Check button, Mr. Burton. Gotta love that fucking.
Has there been any updates on his involvement with the Thing sequel?
I haven't heard anything.
Yes, me neither. Other than it was being worked on.
When reading the first hit, I thought the wording sounded familiar. Turns out I wrote it for another website and they copied it. I can't recall if I gave permission. Send them an
Cease and desist.
A cease and desist, yeah. C&D, yeah. The cat is pretty much the national animal of Turkey. Angoras take their name from Ankara.
I know they have a statue of a beloved stray cat that everybody liked, and it would sit like a human on the corner of the sidewalk, like leaning, and they made a statue when he passed.
Yeah, but does it strut? Martin got it.
If you want some cool bits of like Robert Williams nerding out, there's 2 interviews you can listen to. One is him talking to George Lucas.
Oh my god!
Just a cool little
can't
interview.
Imagine how that went.
And another is him talking to Harlan Ellison and nerding out with him, because he actually asks and Harlan actually tells him about like the origins of Scientology. That's right. You can listen to a video of Harlan Ellison explaining how Scientology came to be, the Robert Williams, and just him cracking jokes at it.
What did Harlan Ellison say about it?
Basically,
was he shitting on it?
It was basically listing out the origin, and it came down to that L. Ron Hubbard, being a sci-fi writer, he's not getting paid very well. So he's at a party one day. Harlan and a whole bunch of the sci-fi guys are, because it's New York area. There are a bunch there. And how am I supposed to make money? It's like I forget what he says, like, make a religion. So all the people at the party just start throwing out ideas. And that's what became Dianetics.
Yep.
The engrams, everything. It was literally a random brainstorm session of a bunch of sci-fi writers.
Fucking goofy. It's Minnie Mouse, man. It's fucking goofy.
Oh yeah. No, he talked about, what was it? Like Harlan talked about like Tiny Tim before Tiny Tim blew up. There was another one. It was like the one singer who was always doing a farewell show in the New York area, and she'd give out the bouquet of flowers, and then at the end of the show, everyone give her the flowers back so she could do it at the next show. Some fun stuff. Yes, Kitty.
Oh, we don't care what you think.
Yes, we do.
We care more about Kitty than Gary.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, just you and me, Martin. With the
I'm just kidding. No one cares about Gary.
Here we go.
That was
This is for those of you who didn't get the fucking song. Stray Cat Strut. When we were talking about Ankara and the Stray Cats.
I'm still not getting it, but that's okay.
They wrote a song called Stray Cat Strut. And you kept saying Stray Cat. And I said, but did it strut? It's not complicated.
I don't know the song, so way over my head. Sorry.
I just played it for you 2 days ago. 2 days ago. Because it got up in a different conversation.
If we go on YouTube, you play me music for hours.
Dude.
I'm not going to remember every single song you play me. I'm sorry.
Dude, Animais what?
Blues while the lady cats cry. Wild stray cat, you're a real gone guy. I wish you could be as carefree and wild, but I got cat class and I got cat style. There you go, buddy.
You're 6 foot something. Anima is 4. Of course, the jokers are gonna go all over her.
Oh,
I'm 5'1",
you do not get to go after me again, Martin, for that one.
Hey,
Everyone who knows about
both
Robin
legs
Williams
go
in
all the way
movies
down
is
to the
like-
ground. I'm not too short.
I've never heard that, dude. I'm going to go look that up. Is it on YouTube?
Yeah,
so.
I'll look it up after the show if you want
Thanks, man.
to be my history.
I would love that.
Oh yeah, because I mean, for those that don't know, Robin Williams is a hardcore fucking nerd.
Yeah, I mean, he learned
he
Russian and to play saxophone from Oscar on the Hudson.
He was
Definitely
more,
nerdy.
for Christ's sake.
There is such a dark joke that was in my head, and I can't fucking say it. It had
Don't worry,
something to
I
do
laughed
with
for you.
rolling the dice to make a decision, and I'm like, I'm not gonna make that joke.
Coward.
You are growing, Gary.
I'm not growing. I don't want this channel shut down because that joke could end everything. And I'm like, nope. And I love him too much because I love Robin Williams.
Oh, and my favorite set of nerds ever who are best friends, Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing. And there's interviews you can look up with Christopher Lee talking about Peter Cushing. You know what they would talk about?
So
I saw a pointy cat. It
Oh,
literally does the thing. So they would laugh for hours about Tweety Bird cartoons. And also, Peter Cushing collected toy miniature soldiers and would play war games that were developed by H.G. Wells.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, you can actually see like I think there's video. There's at least some pictures of it. Peter Cushing painting toy soldiers. That was his hobby. And like he has like the whole like maquette, like all those like little mini paints and everything. Just to get the details just right. He was a fucking nerd and I love him for it.
And I want to show something to you guys because I think that you'll find this cool, or at least interesting. Not cool, but interesting. Is that there was a Robin Williams before Robin Williams, and it kind of blew my mind because I saw similarities, and I always said that if they ever made a biopic about this guy, Robin Williams should play him. And he's a famous actor from Australia. And he was in a little film by Alfred Hitchcock called The Birds. His name is Rod Taylor. And he looked like Robin before Robin. Oh, no. Husband. Isn't that trippy?
Yeah. Oh, I just remember there's another one I saw. Jim Varney, Ernest? There's video of him with Robin Williams, and they're both goofing off on each other.
Oh, no. He was friends with a lot of the comics. Like, Varney is actually very well respected by comedians in particular.
Oh,
because, like, Ernest was just one thing he ever did. And we got to see some acting when he was in a fucking comedy playing Jed Clampett with the Beverly Hillbillies. He was fucking good.
And he was Slinky in Toy Story.
Yep. Slink. Yeah, there he is, all old. His head's still gigantic.
It's huge.
Remember Ronnie James Dio interview where he showed off his D&D figurines? That's fucking cool. Having misspelled figurine, I am now wondering if I have ever typed that word before in my entire life. I hate it when people pose for photos with their hands on their face or chin. You mean like this?
It depends on the pose you're doing.
I had a rule for a long time when I was doing the conventions that anybody who went to take a photo of me, I made it look like I was bombing my own photo. Like I'd lean into it.
I tilt my head. That's what I used to do for the longest time.
Like a dog?
Just slightly.
Like, what was that sound? I don't understand.
Just to make it so, because everyone likes to do everything super symmetrical when they're shooting photos. It makes it kind of boring.
Yeah.
So
great makeup right here. Here we go. Because the eyelids are one of the hardest parts, making the eyes look old. And they did a fairly good job here with his eyes. Man, I finally made it back home, base. What's up, y'all? Hey, John.
Oh, and if you want to have a laugh with it, look up Sid in Final Fantasy VIII. They just basically made Robin Williams the headmaster for the school academy in that video game. It's hilarious.
Seriously, that is some great makeup there. And it's the hardest part is the eyes. And Dick Smith did that back in like 71 with Dustin Hoffman's face. And it's some of the best makeup I've ever seen. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Dustin Hoffman, little big man makeup.
And I think this is how most loving couples would actually love to go. In bed, holding each other's arms, going to oblivion together. Which, by the way, has actually happened a few times, but, obviously not a lot.
Well, I personally would prefer going down with her holding hands in a flaming plane, kamikaze our enemies. And laughing maniacally. Yeah, that's the way to go.
Yeah, that's the girl right there that was the robot earlier. It's the same robot. She's just now got skin. I do like Dutch apple pie.
Ah, there she is.
And I love, like you both of us said earlier, that he dies before they tell him that they said they accept him as human, because he didn't care. It didn't matter to him. And this is where she pulls out a knife and kills the old lady, because she had secretly been in love with, Mr. Martin.
Yes?
Did you okay. That took a dark turn, even for you.
And she's dead now, right after she stabbed her.
Yeah, sure.
And she knows now she has to go on the run because she's murdered a human. She's broken the first fucking law of robotics.
Gary, I'm disappointed in you.
Welcome to the club.
You missed a perfectly good Blade Runner joke.
Oh, I was thinking about this. Sorry. So this is Dustin Hoffman. And he was like, what was he, 30, 35, I think, when he did this? And that's Dick Smith's fucking makeup, man. Like, the work that he did on him is incredible. Here's another photo. This was the guy that inspired Rick Baker and other guys. Look at that work. And this was the hardest part, is the fucking eyes. And too often they'll make somebody old, but they won't work on the eyes. And you got to put a hood on the eyes.
Well, that's one of the thinnest points of skin on the face, isn't it? So it's really hard to get anything to stick.
Well, A knife would do.
Darkest joke.
He's so dark. Why are you so dark?
Oh my God.
Why
Alpha.
you so racist, Gary? Why you so racist?
Oh, that's right. So only green is people. Yep, she became a cracker. A mid-afternoon snack cracker. Oh, the lines, it really does look like a scrotum. That's funny. All right. Well, we're going to wrap. That's the end. That was a fun show. I think we did a good, informative first 20 minutes.
And
That's
as
all right.
the nurse goes on the run, she says, I only do eyes.
I would eat eyes.
Don't die. Don't die.
Yeah.
Chetowski.
Don't die live on stream, please.
Choked to death on the show. Yeah, let's take
No,
what
that
would be
would be
another
a killer
plan?
joke.
Like you see a woman grab a pair of dice and throw them in her mouth, and she goes, "I only chew eyes or dice. I only chew dice."
Dies. Yeah, I only chew dies.
So, but that's it, guys. I've got no more energy for this shit. Akira, yeah. Cowboy Bebop, Evangelion.
Oh yeah, no, there's a picture his daughter posted of him getting an autograph from Satoshi Kon's for Paranoia Agent, which was the series he did. He made it out to Robin personally. Even drew a little thing for him.
Well, that's all. We're going to go now. We're going to end the show. This is my Englishman playing a German accent. There is no reason to be here. This is the reason why we are here.
It's bad.
Knock, knock.
Who's
Knock,
there?
knock.
I am not.
I'll ask the questions here.
I knew it. I was just waiting for it.
And again, that's me going after this fucking post and supposed statement by the guy. If you want to go to X, you can look it up. It's near the top of my post from today. And it's like, I explained the stupidity of saying that him punishing Melantho is, misogynist. And I'm like, you fucking idiot. It's not betrayal of him. It's the betrayal of his mother, the queen, that she was done in.
Wait.
She earned it.
Wait. Gary, so you're saying a Hollywood scriptwriter in Hollywood, a professional Hollywood scriptwriter missed something when they were adapting a work?
Something? He missed everything. He missed every point
He
about this.
even missed all the feminist crap from the book he was supposedly adapting. He got pissed and was like saying that he's like so far off the mark, it's ridiculous. Not that I give two shits. I'm just saying it's funny that he missed on both levels. The actual Homer story and the story that was adapted by the feminist. Just he didn't hit either of them.
To quote Script Doctor, if only you knew how bad things really are.
Yeah.
And the sad thing is that people don't learn about this in school anymore, apparently, because whoever finds that movie good has never read The Odyssey. And it's required reading here for like 12 and 13-year-olds. And I hear from older Americans that they read that in high school, but apparently not anymore because all these people are eating shit that Nolan puts out just because his name is on it.
Yeah.
And it kind of reminds me of that line from Kirk, from Wrath of Khan, when he yells at Khan over the communicator. You've managed to kill just about everyone else, but like a poor marksman, you keep missing the target. Like, he's killing everybody but him. It pisses him off.
I've done worse than kill you. I've hurt you.
Buried you alive. Buried you alive.
I love the way he just starts whispering. Like, he just enjoys saying it so much he has to keep saying it.
He liked that role. He liked playing it.
Ken was coping there.
I mean, he basically gets to chew like the entire movie, not the scenery, the entire film. The entire film has teeth marks from Montebank just chewing it over and over again, savoring every morsel of film as it was 70 Miller IMAX. And he was Chris Nolan.
Chris Nolan became became like JJ when he did Tenet. And that's where he derailed.
That's what people say.
And I don't know if he's ever going to be able to get back on, because this movie, like I said, it's on a downward trend now this weekend.
Yeah, but the thing is, it made a shit ton of money over the opening weekend because of fucking IMAX. It costs twice as much as a normal movie theater, and they pre-sold a year ago when nobody knew anything. So of course they got excited. The Odyssey and Nolan.
Well, wait. I think you're underestimated the numbers of the normies, because here I cannot get a fucking function to go and which for 2 weeks since that shit opened, all projection rooms are full to the brim, and I know one of my daughters went and watched and said that there was too much people because it's Nolan. That's the thing. Nobody who's watching that movie has ever even picked up the book, much less read it.
And that's the problem.
But they are fans of Nolan.
Yeah, and now they think that is the story, and it's just not. He's shitting all over culture.
Yeah, all characters are not the character as they are in the book. They are the characters only in name.
So I just wanted to show this to you because, like I said, it's a downward trend right now, 49% for this Friday. So 49% drop, but that is still 47% higher than it was last year on this date. That's interesting. Not for the movie, but for theater attendance. So good, but bad.
But, well, like we keep saying, it's butts and seats that count. And with IMAX prices that high, it's not that many people going to see it.
No. It's sort of like when, what's his name? Seth Rogen was bragging about, the first weekend, the way he talks, like he got marbles in his fucking mouth, or he choked on a dick. And he talking about how the opening weekend was higher than the opening weekend for the original 1990 film. And I'm like, not by, what do you call it? Inflation. No, it's not. And I got to tell you something else, dumb shit. There are less asses in the seats to get you that money you got this weekend than went to see the original. So you're a fucking dumbass for not knowing that. You should know that.
Also, they're killing movie theaters by making tickets so expensive. And then the concessions on top of that, because people can't afford it.
Well,
anymore.
the plan.
Was it the guy from Paramount, right, that spoke at the National Theater Chain convention, where he said we need to bring ticket prices down to get people back in the theater. We need to drop prices on concessions. And that was the only thing I took a beef with. It's easy for you to say, but you better be sharing a percentage of those ticket sales better than you have been, because that's how they pay their fucking bills to keep the lights on, is through concessions.
Well,
but I've always thought it was ridiculous when I took Zoe to a movie and I spent $35 on popcorn, drinks, and nachos and chips, or nachos and a hot dog. It's $35.
I think we're at the end of whatever era we are in film. Like similar to how the big bloated musicals were towards the end. Because stuff. Well, think about, back in the day, what did they do before New Hollywood? The solution was to try to make, TV's eating us, so we have to do bigger and better films. We have to blow ungodly amounts of money on like Cleopatra and all this other stuff. And the box office started to tank up till around the time of like Spielberg and Lucas with like Jaws and Star Wars. But if you look just a couple years before Jaws, they were still doing musicals. They were still doing these old-timey style of movies that didn't appeal to people anymore. It wasn't until like Easy Rider. And I think stuff like The Backrooms in Ireland might be the start of whatever phase comes next.
Yep. I predict that Spider-Man will break $1 billion. The new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the trailers look great.
Everybody I know, I'm trying to think. Yeah, everybody so far says they want to go see it.
I think Spider-Man's going to be the last big hurrah because I think they're not going to make money on Doomsday.
I'm going to
Doomsday's going to tank.
I'm going to put it this way. I detest Tom Holland, and I'm going to watch Spider-Man.
I like the kid.
I don't.
I don't think his taste in women, but I think he's a likable kid.
Hey, she can be nice in person. She just can't act, and she's getting pushed in our faces in every single fucking thing that comes out. That's why we are annoyed with her.
My issue with Tom Holland is this. He's been 16 for the last 15 years.
It's not his fault that he's babyface.
Yeah, no, but I'm just like, I just can't. My brain can't process him being young anymore. But yet, he looks the same. It's creepy.
Here's the thing about that, though. Like guys like that in particular, they get older and older and older. Then one day it drops hard.
Look at Pattinson. It took him a while to grow up. And now he's the best character in that fucking movie as the villain.
Yeah, but at least Pattinson doesn't have a prepubescent voice.
I have put up multiple comments from the chat that I have not been able to address yet. I want to get to them. I cannot say if 49% is good or bad. Hold. Oppenheimer had a 43% drop. You'd have to compare it to similar films. I don't know any films like The Odyssey. Like, I wouldn't even compare it to other films about The Odyssey. Like, I don't know what to compare it. It's not a sword and sandal film. I don't know what the fucking call it. It's not an adventure film. It's a bleak, agnostic tale of life and death. Was Netflix say their theater is dying because audience prefer streaming? There's some truth to that. I spent nearly $40 and I didn't even go to the theater. I just ordered the popcorn bucket. Remember, Hollywood didn't like people to have VHS. Then DVD came around the corner. Finally, streaming services. Yeah, I know. For recent films, Moana is down 58%. Yep. Toy Story 5, 56. Supergirl, 77. Like, I don't even know why it's still in theaters. Mandalorian and Grogu was 70%.
It's going to streaming. Like faster than any other superhero movie ever went.
I will never be tired of superhero films. But what I'm tired of is bad superhero films.
Yeah.
And I want films that are good and fun. I want them good and fun. It's not hard, but apparently impossible for some of these assholes. I'm tired of origin stories. We don't need them. I mean, I don't mind it if the story has the origin in it somewhere. But I dislike it when the movie starts with the origin, and then we got to go through a whole process before we get to the character we love.
I think the best way I can describe the Odyssey is this. It's a biblical epic film through the lens of an atheist.
I would say agnostic, not atheist.
So,
but agnostic.
Yeah, but you
Dune
get
Part
what I'm
2.
saying. You get what I'm pointing at. That
What you're saying is Dune Part 2.
I think more so whatever they're going to do with Part 3, because Part 3 just feels like they're picking and choosing whatever they want from the second and third book.
That shit doesn't exist. In my word, the second movie broke me. Really. I think that I was so mad that is the reason that I am not as mad with the Odyssey, because I picked.
All I know is if I hear people say media literacy unironically, I basically know that you don't have any independent thinking.
Oh yeah, that is the training that in quotation training that they do to actors, and right to deal with social media.
No. I'm talking about like online, like a lot of the YouTube video essay space, because people will talk about that. It's like you don't read a movie unless you are like watching something with subtitles.
Yeah. By the way,
yep.
One of the best adaptations, if you want to call it that, because they never read the fucking book, they based it off of the movies, is Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? That is the Odyssey. Ulysses, Odysseus.
Yeah, has a slightly different ending, but the core tenets of journey coming back to life. Yeah.
Yeah. I do like the fact that they had, like, you have the Cyclops is played by John Goodman, and he just has an eye patch. It's a good movie. I like the film. Oh, we're in a tight spot. Oh, we're in a tight spot.
Sorry, they got this here depression going on.
Dan man. I'm a Dapper Dan man. I can wear no fop. Talking about the hell's wrong with you?
Out of Walsworth.
Stay out of Walsworth. Everyone saw a trailer of Blade Runner. Oh my god, it's just so bad.
Oh, I was hoping we could avoid that topic.
It looks like such a fucking fan film. It doesn't look like anything good. Girl power. And one of the girls isn't even a girl. Apparently, men make better females than females.
Did you watch Madame Butterfly with Jeremy Irons?
Yes.
Hey,
no woman could play that part. Only he could play.
Men have way better legs than women, and it's unfair.
Yeah, I'm sorry, women.
Thank you, Anima.
I'm sorry. Just stop complaining. Men are better at everything than you, including
no, they're not.
Being a woman. Yes, they are.
Hit the button. I'm done. Hit the button, Gary.
I'm being facetious. Jesus Christ, woman.
Good night.
You're being a fajurkus.
Fajurkus. The sirens were an amazing part of Brother. Oh yeah. There's so many good things in that fucking movie. I want to watch it again because Anima, you're going to enjoy that movie so much. You really are.
The soundtrack alone, and the soundtrack won awards, by the way, for that film.
Yep. And that is not George Clooney singing.
Yep.
Could not
Oh
sing
yeah, it ain't. But I still love it. I am the man of constant sorrow.
Best impression of George Clooney singing I've ever heard.
Yep.
That sounds just like George Clooney. Like crap. Shanowski, thanks for being here. I want to thank everybody in the chat. We had Snorty, E. Clay Thomas, and Penny. Silent Baggins was here today. Slasher Fred, Jonathan Hancock, 11 Alpha, Bayonne Red, Wade, Vinkman's Girl, and John Whitaker was able to make it before the end. Wait, I thought I saw Slasher Fred today.
Yes.
Yeah.
He
was here.
He's not on the list. He's not on the list. And of course, Slasher Fred, because you guys are all good friends.
Yes, he's in the list between Sauron and Jonathan Hancock.
Yep, I see him.
Oh, there, I see it now. Okay. Phew. Kingdom of Heaven. good movie, but it's historically full of shit. Anyway, see you guys later. Everybody have a great weekend, and we'll see you again on Monday. And we'll be talking about it's Stallone's week, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Week.
Yeah.
We're opening with Expendables.
Yeah. Those two should like celebrate their birthdays together. Stallone and Schwarzenegger all the time. They do so much shit together already. Like
They
I
got
would love
surgery together. Are you kidding? They went to hospital at the same time.
They did a pumpkin carving. That was fucking cool. And anyway, everybody take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.
Okay, I love you. Bye-bye.
Y'all come back now. You hear?
Matt Damon.